for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship.
You just heard it from Samantha Irvin. Big fight feel. This is the matchup that everybody has been waiting for here tonight. And this is the matchup that is probably most likely going to steal the show. Not that every other match hasn't, because every other match has been incredible. But tonight, it is one-on-one. Your main event. The biggest fight feel. The hometown hero. Drew McIntyre returns to Scotland to take down that man. He is challenging for McIntyre's title tonight. McIntyre been champion since SummerSlam. Can Drew McIntyre hang on for one more night? Because he's got Seth Rollins lurking in the shadows as well for Royal Rumble in 4 weeks' time. Rollins, of course, the King of the Ring winner, can challenge at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship against whoever is the champ at the time. It could be McIntyre, or it could be that man right there, Roman Reigns. He won a triple threat match, qualifying match, or number one contender match rather, to get to this event, defeating two of his fellow three teammates at Survivor Series representing Team SmackDown, the likes of Adam Cole and Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins was the other member of that team, if you're wondering, but of course he's already got the title shot because he was already King of the Ring before this. Got it back in Miami on April 27th this year. Dead set, but Roman Reigns on July 13th this year, looking to become the new WWE Champion. Not only defeat the undefeated Drew McIntyre, but do it in McIntyre's own country, in front of his own fans, his own friends, his own family, and embarrass the Scottish Warrior, end his undefeated streak and take his title in front of his people. Here tonight, Roman Reigns has certainly done most despicable things than that in his career, and he could certainly do it again here tonight and snatch the championship away from the Scottish psychopath. But here comes the champion to a thunderous ovation tonight in the Ovo Hydro from his home crowd tonight. It's the Scottish Warrior. It's our WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre. Never been pinned, never been submitted. The only time he's lost in this series is a fatal four-way match. And this past week on SmackDown in tag team action, where Roman Reigns and Finn Balor, the challengers for Clash of the Castle tonight, were able to defeat that man Drew McIntyre. And the Intercontinental Champion, who we saw retain against Balor earlier on tonight, Chad Gable. Of course, Reigns and Balor won this past week on SmackDown. But Balor lost earlier on tonight. Will that be the same fate for Roman Reigns, or will he be able to get 2 wins in a row and beat McIntyre and beat the undefeated streak of the Scottish Warrior? Can't wait to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be a massive matchup, big fight field, and it's been confirmed that this coming week on SmackDown, whether he's champion or not, Drew McIntyre will be in action in the main event, going one-on-one against former Intercontinental Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. That's going to be a masterclass of a European showdown, and I cannot wait for them two big heavy hitters to collide one-on-one in the main event of SmackDown this coming week. Of course, Liv Morgan and Dakota Kai also set up in the quarter-final rounds for the Queen of the Ring tournament. That's going down one-on-one live on SmackDown. Quarterfinals, the Queen of the Ring. Winner goes to the semis at Evolution. Chad Gable will make another defense of his Intercontinental title on SmackDown as well, as he puts it on the line against not one but two opponents in a triple threat match against Chris Jericho and Dolph Ziggler. Very excited for that one, folks. I'm very excited for this one. And your main event for that right there, WWE Championship, the prestigious and coveted gold of SmackDown. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Samantha Irvin.
Introducing the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, and his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the WWE Champion, the
Thank you, Samantha Irvin. It's a big fight feel in Glasgow. It's Drew McIntyre on home soil, putting that gold on the line with Scottish represented trunks and attire and get up tonight as John Coleman has final duty tonight. Taking the title away from Drew McIntyre, showing it to Roman Reigns and showing what he could be walking out with in Scotland. If Roman wins tonight, you've got to imagine a riot is in pursuit in Glasgow, Scotland. Drew McIntyre has held on to his WWE Championship for 244 days, winning it in the main event of Night 2 of SummerSlam, and going at it against the Tribal Chief tonight in Glasgow. And here we go, main event is underway in Glasgow, and McIntyre taking a fight to Roman Reigns here in this one. Big kick caught raised, oh bam, what a massive forearm by the Tribal Chief as McIntyre has made some successful defenses of the gold, defeating the likes of Cody Rhodes, Braun Breaker, and then let's not forget putting down The Rock back at King of the Ring Premium Live event in Miami, Florida, The Rock's hometown. And let's also not forget defeating Samoa Joe, the other brand's world champion at the time at Survivor Series, and the Battle of the Brand's champions in the main event, scoring the win for SmackDown all night long on the boards. And SmackDown got the win thanks to McIntyre. We're even in the odds and winning it for the blue brand. And then McIntyre is granted SmackDown the number 30 spot in the Rumble. Not the best thing when you're literally the WWE champion. And number 30 is a great number to have in the Rumble. Could win it and challenge McIntyre if he's still champion at WrestleMania in the main event. But of course, being champion means you get a main event Mania. Means you get to put down the Royal Rumble winner. And McIntyre not been able to be defeated just yet. Never been pinned, never been submitted. Only been in a 4-way which Adam Cole won. And this past weekend tag team action on SmackDown, where Roman Reigns pinning Chad Gable, the Intercontinental Champion, shoulders to the mat. Reigns their running neck breaker on Drew McIntyre as he ground and pounds Iron Drew there in the center of the ring. And I'm receiving word that also this coming week on SmackDown, alongside Drew going one-on-one with Pete Dunne, Dakota and Liv in the Queen of the Ring tournament, and Gable defending against Jericho and Ziggler with the Intercontinental title on the line, we will find out the singular number one contender for the WWE Women's Championship, as the two women who competed in tonight's triple threat will get another opportunity, but this time it's only one of them going to Evolution to face Bianca Belair for the WWE Women's Championship. It is going to be the Queen Charlotte Flair one-on-one with a genius in the sky, Io Sky. It's coming up this coming week, folks, live on SmackDown. McIntyre and Reigns keep battling here. McIntyre off the rope, big boot. Knocking the challenger on Wobbly's foundation here. And that's main event, a Clash at the Castle. Big, massive matchup between these two massive stars at this massive event. KO Productions, episode 231 of this Universe Mode series. McIntyre now going to pick up the Tribal Chief leg. He weighs nothing. I just toss him halfway across the ring there. And McIntyre on fire here. And here comes the WWE Champion. Looking to fly in Scotland, and he does. Taking flight is Drew. Tope con hilo off the top rope. Unbelievable win, McIntyre. The action from Monday Night Raw going to be hot as ever. This coming week, the action on SmackDown going to be as hot as ever. And then the action tonight, obviously hot as ever. And then NXT will be on its way next week as well, folks. We're going to know live about Valkyria Raquel Rodriguez. Rematch from the NXT Gold Rush Women's Final of that tournament. It's a rematch. The winner of that gets a shot at Evolution against Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship. Can Raquel get another opportunity? Will it be Lyra's turn? We'll find out. That's coming week on NXT. Also going down this week on NXT, we find out number one contenders for the NXT Tag Team titles, as War Raiders will be looking on at the Judgment Day. Damian Priest and JD McDonough do battle against Kit Wilson and Elton Prince. Oh, pretty deadly. As right now it's Roman Reigns and to take flight. We saw McIntyre do it earlier. Now it's time for the Tribal Chief. Tope con hilo over the top by Reigns. Unreal by the challenger in this one. McIntyre's there backhead. Superman punch by Roman. It was not cover for the championship. Legacy hook shoulders down. Scoring two and a kick out by McIntyre. My days, we're getting back to NXT show this coming week. Hold on, Reigns. Oh, powerbomb, another center in a penny predicament. On McIntyre, an immediate kick out by Drew. Also going down on NXT, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Riddle going to be defending his North American Championship against another Scot, Joe Coffey. It's going down on NXT. He's not going to be appearing at Clash of the Castle without S Coffey, but he's appearing this week in NXT. Can a Scot get a win on Scot Week against Riddle for the NXT North American Championship as McIntyre flying off the top. Leg drop on Reigns, rid of the throat, cover to retain, 2 count kick out by Roman. And then finally NXT 6-man tag team main event Imperium team up is going through teams with Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci to take on the NXT champion Carmelo Hayes, his good buddy Trick Williams and Cesaro. All that and so much more coming your way this coming week on NXT Raw and SmackDown. But we're getting back to business. Your main event in hand. McIntyre hits the air raid crash net breaker of the Tribal Chief, covered by Drew to retain you. 2 count a rolling a near fall. Holy hell, man. Now Drew McIntyre off an air raid crash there. And now Drew, look at that leg drop right to the back of the neck by McIntyre, connecting there. And now Drew now set out and a gut wrench powerbomb cover here by McIntyre. 2 count. Will it be enough? No, it won't. Roman Reigns staying in this one for now. Roman rolling to the outside, McIntyre up to the top rope. We're going to take him out here on the floor. Can Drew McIntyre take advantage on the outside? Roman Reigns though. Roman Reigns firing back, and look at Roman. Oh, sends him right out of the table in front of us here at ringside. Knife edge chop fix just the referee. John Cone beginning his count. We don't want a double count out or a count out of any sorts here in a magnitude. Here in a match of this magnitude, rather, is Reigns sending McIntyre right in to the barricade. And a Roman Reigns setting up to the outside with a spear. A spear by Reigns. But Reigns knows he can't win the title by count out. To the champion's advantage. He goes in the ring to break the count. Goes back out and picks up the living carcass of Drew McIntyre. And now picking up that champion. McIntyre could be dead to rights on home soil. Roman sends him back into the ring. Here's the cover now. Shooting the half. Shoulders down on Drew. Do we have a new champion in Glasgow? Kick out by McIntyre. The fine as always. Drew stays in this one here in this matchup. In your main event of Clash of the Castle on the Ovo Hydro. Roman Reigns though, not done by a long shot. And McIntyre drops him face first into the canvas. McIntyre heading hard. Roman Reigns now. Look at this. Roman top rope with Drew and a title on the line. Roman certainly in control. And he could be the champion after that. Samoan drop avalanche style up the top. Covered by Roman. Shoulders down on Drew for the title. No. And McIntyre with a near fall. No one is pinned or submitted the Scottish Warrior. Will Roman be the first to do it and humiliate McIntyre on home soil tonight? On home territory as Reigns at enemy lines tonight. And he just got nailed with a claymore. Covered by Drew for the win and a near fall by Reigns. Roman Reigns standing up that claymore out of nowhere by McIntyre. And now McIntyre clothesline and sends him to the floor. He's been eliminated from the Royal Rumble. That's the rules of how the Rumble works. And it's going down 4 weeks from this weekend, from this show. McIntyre for the second time in this matchup. Connecting with a tope con halo on Roman. And it sends him right in front of us on their desk now. And in torso first, these Reigns. Could be a lot of nagging injuries for Roman after this one. Even Drew McIntyre as well, as Roman Reigns has been sent near the timekeeper's area, but Roman with a big boot on the outside now on McIntyre. And the Roman Reigns now regaining control here in this one, going to send McIntyre back into the ring. He was able to get some big victories with Roman Reigns. He's waiting for McIntyre there. This past week on SmackDown, won the tag team matchup with McIntyre and Gable, and he teamed with Balor. And there's the Glasgow kiss from McIntyre. Live in Glasgow. And now Drew counting down his home crowd, and there's the Claymore. Cover once again from McIntyre with the second Claymore of the match. 2 count on Roman and another kick out by the number 1 contender. The challenger's still hanging on. We know how much Roman Reigns can stay alive, how much he can be hit with and still kick out. And it's still ain't over yet. McIntyre now. Launching Roman Reigns here. Dollar elbow. And what a beautiful sky high spine buster by our WWE champ Roman Reigns, running in over the neck breaker on Drew McIntyre. And can Roman Reigns put away McIntyre in Scotland here? He's got it locked in. This could be all over. Roman Reigns to make McIntyre tap out or faint here, or pass out due to the pain. There's one thing to pin McIntyre in his hometown. There's another thing to make him tap out in his home country of Glasgow, Scotland. It would be even more embarrassing for McIntyre, but he's able to fight through it though. And muscle up, Roman Reigns can Irish whip and send Roman out of the corner now. Oh, Roman Reigns in trouble, don't want to be there. McIntyre now, what a massive shot. To be top rope is Drew. Superplex on Reigns, finds its mark. Massive superplex off the top, crowd chatting. This is awesome indeed. It is much like every other match tonight. Cover from McIntyre, 2 count, kick out by Roman. This one continues in your main event. Live in Glasgow at Clash in the Castle. The champ now, McIntyre setting up Roman. Big elbow there from Reigns. Roman Reigns now. Sum up, goes behind Schoolboy. You know, a power bomb there off the Schoolboy. Roman Reigns has McIntyre down and out. Could be closing in on putting the hometown hero down and becoming a brand new WWE champion in Glasgow. Reigns in the corner. McIntyre's not going to like that view in neither. Well, that's sold out cut of the Ovo Hydro. Reigns hits the spear. Here's the cover for the title. And the streak of Drew in Scotland. And I kicked out by McIntyre. Holy hell, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute belter we have tonight. What a classic. It's Roman Reigns is taking out his frustration on the referee John Cone. He just took out John Cone as McIntyre. It's out at ringside here. Rolled out to try and catch separation, but there's Roman Reigns with a steel chair launching it at the face of McIntyre on the outside. By any means necessary for Roman Reigns tonight to become the WWE champion and the defeated streak of McIntyre. And most importantly, embarrassed Drew in front of his own crowd. But look at this, McIntyre now with a chair in his hand. And sweet revenge for Drew. The crowd absolutely loved that. The audience here live in the Ovo, loving every second of the action, including that chair shot by McIntyre. And here comes Drew. Picks up the tribal chief here. Got him up. Second time, a red crash by McIntyre. Cover, leg hook, shoulder down to retain. 2 count on Roman, and another ear fall. Still not over for Roman Reigns in what has been an incredible contest. An exemplary battle. As McIntyre now with a deadlock powerbomb. He saw that earlier in the Samoa Joe World title match with Aleister Black. But tonight, no championships has changed hands thus far. Can Roman Reigns be the first man to take a title from a champion? Not just any champion, but the champion of this series, Drew McIntyre. And it could be the shot right here that gets it done. It could seal the deal. Superman punch for Reigns. Scoring 2 on Drew. Oh, and a kick out by McIntyre. This crowd on their feet tonight. Can McIntyre making a clean sweep for all the champs? Or will Roman Reigns embarrass Drew in his home country of Scotland? But there's the future shot from McIntyre. Cover on Reigns to retain in Glasgow. 2 count. No, the kick out again by the OTC Roman Reigns. What a battle in your main event. This is for all the marbles. For the WWE Championship in the main event. Well, Drew McIntyre's 244-day reign come to an end, courtesy of Roman Reigns, live in Glasgow, as we have a slugfest on your main event tonight on the Ovo Hydro. At Clash of the Castle, back and forth action, blow for blow, trading shots, trading blows of both these men. And this incredibly high caliber, high profile main event this evening. Nice first shot to the chest, Reigns, nice shot, McIntyre, nice finish. Big shot from Roman, and there we go, hockey thing. This is what the people in Glasgow came to see. This is what they paid their hard-earned money to see, and this is exactly what they're getting. McIntyre, massive shot, massive right on Roman, massive shots again. Reigns fires right back, forearm by the Tribal Chief. Big shot by Reigns, runs in on McIntyre. Oh, spear! Spear for the title! Oh my god, is this gonna happen? Scoring two! Kick out by McIntyre again. What a matchup in your main event. We're back live at Clash of the Castle. Reigns trying to steal it on McIntyre. Jackknife pin for the title in Scotland. By any means necessary, even the cheese. Oh, a roll up from McIntyre back to a vertical base. Back to battle in the OTC. And that's fantastic main event. There's a flatliner by McIntyre. And he picks up Roman Reigns now. Massive shot, massive shot. Look at Drew. Glasgow kiss. And that may be the final Glasgow kiss in Glasgow. The McIntyre needs to win it here at Clash of the Castle on the elbow in the corner. Counts it down to the Claymore for the third time. Good night, Roman. Leg is hooked, shoulders down, scoring two. Despite all the odds, Drew McIntyre retains the WWE Championship in his home country, in front of his home soil, live at Clash of the Castle in Glasgow, Scotland. What a fight from Reigns. Take nothing away from the OTC. Gave McIntyre a run for his money. But at the end of the day, it's Drew McIntyre victorious. And still the WWE Champion here live in the Ovo Hydro. There you see John Cole raising the hand of the still undefeated Scottish Warrior here live in your main event of the evening. What a matchup between these two incredible warriors in the main event of Glasgow's Clash at the Castle here this evening. McIntyre stands tall, the crowd on their feet, loving every second of the proceedings here this evening. What a matchup, folks, and what a show it's been here tonight, live from the Ovo Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland, at Clash at the Castle. That's all we have time for, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us, and join us this coming week when we continue the fallout from Clash of the Castle on the road to Evolution and the Royal Rumble. We'll see you soon, folks. Take care and peace.